Yeah, good idea. Thank you.
So, well, thank you very much for joining me, Max. And here we are in the beautiful Henry Austin in the centre of Adelaide CBD. And we're going to start by sharing an item of significance that's important to you, and you can explain to me how that connects you with your community.
My item of significance, Amelia, is a chess set. I think it's integral to how I approach almost all engagement, almost all community, and almost all business structure. There's no point in planning your next 4 moves if you don't think of how your community, your opponents, your family, I suppose the people around you, are going to react to the moves you make and how it affects them. I'm never sure which of the chess pieces I am. I'm certainly not a king, and I'd like to think I'm not a queen. But I had a small group of fellow businessmen and artists in Oxford, where I've lived previously, called the Mischievers, and they appointed me as their D'Artagnan, the sort of guy that prodded everyone in the right direction and got them in the right direction. So whilst there isn't a chess piece that does that, my role is often to chivvy a bit more energy into an environment and just start getting things done.
So, Max, can you tell me a little bit about who your community is?
This premises was an empty premises for 6 years. Prior to that, it was one of the city's busiest restaurants for 40 years. And in that intervening period, the community in the middle of town kind of fell a bit dead. I hate to say it. The East End and the West End of Adelaide are vibrant, and there isn't anything of any import in the middle of the city. So my community is something that myself and a couple of fellow traders and Renew Adelaide and the City Council are developing under the arm of Midtown. And Midtown will then hopefully be a separate precinct of Adelaide where we can create a community, we can all work together to offer something a little bit different, and can start to bring a beating heart back to the middle of Adelaide.
This is the first time we've added into the Be The Drop questions about a duration of time it takes to build your community. And I'm really interested in what it takes to actually build, those relationships and your view on a duration of that.
It's a very interesting question for the situation I'm in, because Renew Adelaide is a structure that is absolutely brilliant. It puts crazy businessmen like me into a premises that other people wouldn't touch, but it puts them in on a short time frame. There isn't anything to end that time frame other than me saying, okay, the business concept hasn't worked, I've got to get out and try something else. Whilst social media and Facebook accounts can build and can grow some accumulation, the last 4 months I think we've accumulated about 3,000 likes on Facebook and the same sort of number of Instagram and Twitter followers. But it's very slow to take effect. It really is. And Adelaide's a city which, over the winter months, likes to hibernate away. So trying to do anything over a winter month is pretty much a hiding to nothing, even in these modern days. So yeah, we're hoping to see that something forms together in community terms this summer. But for the last 4 months, I would feel a lot of people's frustration in knowing that you shout and shout and shout, and very few people seem to listen. So yeah, it is a game which needs patience, persistence, and dogged enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm, energy, I feel that's a theme for you.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, I've really enjoyed talking with you, Max. So I was just wondering if, in conclusion, you could share with me Max's Be The Drop tip, which is your top communication tip.
I suppose it's a bit obvious, but for me, at every turn, it's be honest and be intelligent. So if you approach any situation having thought more about how it's going to pan out, the chess syndrome, than your customer has, and then if you do get to a situation that's slightly negative, making sure you face it honestly. So if food's taking a long time to come out from the kitchen, or if a dish isn't right, somebody's got something wrong on their bill, if you face it honestly, you can never really get yourself in too many scrapes. And customers will always appreciate it.
Brilliant. So be honest and intelligent.
Yeah.
Two cool things. I think that's really going to help in life and in all areas of communication. Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for joining me, Max. I've really enjoyed it.